Hello, fellow dungeon divers. I'm Rebecca,
And I'm Thomas.
and welcome to our first Let's Play of Final Fantasy X.
I'm really excited.
Me too.
Alright, so we chose Final Fantasy X because it came out, last month?
Yes.
And,
In HD, I was so excited to hear.
remastered.
I mean, it was pretty great to begin with, considering for a PS2 game when it first came out, and it was the first Final Fantasy game with voice actors, and it was just amazing. And
Yeah.
the HD made it 10 times better.
Okay, so this is a new feature? This is not in the original one, right?
No.
Alright, so there's Expert Sphere Grid and Standard Sphere Grid.
We'll
Can't
get
speak
more
today.
into sphere grids later when we go through the sphere grid tutorial, but we're gonna go with standard because
Are we smart enough to do Standard? We're not experts, we're just gonna play this.
yeah,
No, we're experts, but we are experts. Okay, we're just gonna...
we're experts, but we're gonna take it easy.
This game is hard enough as it is.
I beat this game. I beat
beat
this
this game
game's
too.
butt.
I mean, I did too.
They also remastered all the scores, so it's beautifully.
Everything is orchestrated, so it's not on a sound file. It's actually like they actually got a whole. They did this with Kingdom Hearts Final Mix
Oh, nice.
Remix, Remastered,
Yeah.
HD, whatever.
So anyway, this is our first LP. We hope you guys enjoy. If you haven't played this before, it's a really great game. The story is amazing. Made
And
me cry.
We're really glad that you're with us right now.
Yeah, and if you've played this before, then we hope you enjoy watching us play. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, just put them in the comments and we'll try and address them.
Yeah.
What else? And if you hear any clipping with the microphone, we're going to be buying a better one soon. We're using a really crappy one right now. So
Forgive us.
Yeah. Oy.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, this world is so beautiful. Let's dive in, man.
We're dungeon divers, not spirit divers.
Final Fantasy Sphere 10. We're just gonna keep track of how many spheres are in this game, okay? There seems to be a lot of sphere-age going on in this game, so.
I wonder what he's looking at.
The beautiful horizon.
AKA me. I don't blame him.
That hungry look in his eyes.
He's thinking about me right now.
Wonder what Thomas is doing.
Playing this game. Controlling you.
Maybe he'll touch my shoulder.
Touch me.
Listen to my story.
Okay.
This may be our last chance.
Or the second to last chance.
Okay,
But
so-
I'm gonna trust you.
Truth be told, this is our 7th take onto this.
Yeah, we have technical difficulties and audio difficulties, but hopefully this
Pretty
is
much
the
audio.
final take that all you guys are gonna hear, because I'll die if it's not.
I think we're just gonna I think we're gonna just dive, pretty much.
Yeah,
We're dungeon dyers, right here.
yeah, we're actually we're gonna be doing our side game, Dark Souls. We're gonna be keeping a counter at the bottom how many times we die in that game.
Oh God.
But for this one, I don't think we'll have many fatalities. So
I think this is a pretty easy game. This,
Yeah.
Every game has their, difficulties.
I think maybe that's why people didn't like the turn-based, because they thought it was too easy, maybe,
I mean,
or they just preferred real-time action RPGs.
I don't know. It depends, because when you think about a hard turn-based game like Dragon Quest VIII, all the enemies in that game hit for a ton of damage, and that's what made the game hard. And it was more than one.
Yeah,
All right,
I don't feel like the enemies in this game really started to hit me that hard until
Later.
I got a little over halfway through.
Yeah. Okay, so this is us.
The main character, Tidus, but
We're gonna change him, right?
yes.
All right. So we're gonna change his name to something more in depth, into his personality,
And more related to us, maybe.
and you guys too, because we're
Yes.
all divers. So why don't we just name it him Diver?
Yeah, I mean, he dives into waters and blitz
Danger
spheres
and-
and trouble and
We're just really corny. Let's just give up this facade. Okay,
and
it's
it's
Diver.
better than how I usually name my characters after food.
Really?
sometimes.
Oh, I really want to name him Sushi right now. Alright, so we're going to confirm here.
Alright, sign these kids' balls.
Alrighty.
Can we bleep
Take
that?
it easy.
Whoops.
Alright, so
Talk to these hoes over there
Great.
with the short
Yeah,
purple
we're-
dress and the mismatched pink, yellow, brown, blue shoes.
pretty much we're going to call them
Of
the hot
course.
messes.
Yeah.
Good luck tonight.
Nothing to worry about.
I always wanted to be able to
If I
spin
score a
a
goal.
basketball on my finger.
I can't do that. I'm not really.
Do this. That will mean it was for you.
It's for you,
Okay?
baby. Oh my god, thank
What
you!
seat?
He's blocking the front row. Fifth from the right.
Yeah, like he's gonna be able to be
Got it.
playing this violent ass blitzball game and look for your exact seat.
He might have
Well,
a
gotta
global
go.
positioning
Cheer for
system
me.
thing on his.
For bitches.
Pretty much.
Hey, I got a
Blitzball.
game to
He is
play.
a famous blitzball, and his team is the blitzballer, and his team is the Xanarkandades, and he's about to go to a game. And you're gonna see that, and it's gonna be pretty awesome.
Spoilers. We're just spoiling the whole game before it happens.
Promise?
Promise.
Spoiler alert. He promises. Spoiler alert. These are cheerleaders. We just need to.
Starting off kind of young, huh?
Right? Makes me wonder.
Right? And this is Xanarkand. It's the wondrous Machina city. It's very beautiful.
I like it. I like it's like in a perpetual sunset right here. Not perpetual. That's not the right word. But right now, this horizon is just sunsets
Mm-hmm.
and happiness.
I wonder who that is. He just looks like he's going, you know, there's more to life than being really, 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 really ridiculously good looking.
I was in a coffee shop.
I love
when
our,
I heard the news. Our hero,
References.
Jet, gone,
Yes.
vanished into thin air.
So we're gonna move along here.
My
This
dad must have been his
this
biggest
guy on
fan.
the radio is
I
basically
knew I was
talking
adding
about
him.
Jekt, that guy
we all
Titus
were
was
that
just
day.
looking at. He's Titus's
Zanara
father,
says
who
to
disappeared
myself,
10
"What
years
are
ago,
you
and he was
thinking?"
also
I went running straight
renowned
back home.
blitzball
We
player.
sat
So
up
Titus is
talking
kind
about
of
Jet all
following
night.
in his father's
My
footsteps.
dad and I never talked so much. Whoa. Didn't mean to
I swear one
reminisce,
of these
folks.
guys gave you a potion, but I guess
Anyway,
I'm
10
wrong.
years later, the Jet Memorial Cup tournament is today. The two teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South. I know there's a lot of people out there today to see the
Douglas. I
star
wonder
of
where the
Abes.
Douglas are from.
In just 1 year, he's become the
I
team's
think
number
they're like
one
in a
player.
different section of Xanarkand.
He's
Since
Jackson
Xanarkand looks
Blood
like a
and
huge
the
city.
new hope of
Yeah,
Blitzball.
maybe.
What kind of super play will he show us today? Will we see his father's legendary shot? I don't think I'm the only one.
Yeah, how would he know his
excited
father's
here, folks.
legendary shot when he's been missing for 10 years? Insensitive.
Rude. Alright, we got this.
I actually hate playing blitzball, so Thomas, you're gonna be the lucky blitzball player.
I love
later.
Blitzball. Blitzball is like, I used to literally play hours because I used to get all the prizes for tournaments all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I never did that. Not me.
I love Blitzball.
It's all yours.
It's all mine.
Take it.
I guess we're gonna have like a different kind of thing, like a playlist for all the side quests in this game because, yeah, that sounds smart. Hey, look, he's taking a bath with
His
clothes on.
clothes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like nice.
You know, practical. Practical man.
Whoa.
This is the Blitzball Stadium. Blitzball is played in a giant sphere of water, which is really cool. It's like underwater soccer, basically.
Yeah, I like it. It's like,
It's interesting, you know, and I guess also in this world you can hold your breath for forever, so yeah.
can you imagine if we did that?
I wouldn't go in the ocean anyway because I hate the ocean.
Oh yeah, she has like fears.
I can dive into dungeons. I'm kind of hesitant about diving into
What
oceans.
if it's an underwater dungeon?
I hate those.
I guess I would have to play.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, you have to stay back.
Hey, What you doing? You come here often?
Life is not worth it.
Emo Auron. What's that?
I have no idea.
That's like some like day after tomorrow stuff.
Can you just imagine they have like their own version of the Statue
Yo,
of
not
Liberty?
only is that thing coming towards us, but we have global warming, you know?
Thanks to all these spheres.
I couldn't play this. Oh, look at that. Too violent. Can't do
Checkmate.
it. Well, at least we're playing the right guy. You know? Oh my god, run for your life! Hey. How's it going?
Oh my god!
I love how she's just stumbling. This is one of my favorite opening cinematics. It's really great. Come on, your father's shot, Titus. Oh. Oh, well, I guess that's that.
Blitzball is a little bit brutal.
Let's play again later, huh?
Try again? Look at that. That's so cool.
Yeah. Alright, come on. One job. Hold on.
This is not Shadow of the Colossus. He doesn't have a grip meter to measure it. Look, he's gonna fall off now. See? Told you.
He had one job.
Failed.
The loading times in this one are a bit longer than PS2 version, but that's okay.
I noticed that. There were no loading times, and at least I don't think there were.
Not
It's been a
very
couple
long
years.
ones that I could remember. Anyway, you somehow managed to live.
Let's get out of here. Wait, where am I? Oh, wow.
Take 8.
What are you doing?
I was waiting for you.
What are you talking?
Let's go.
Alright, so this is basically the opening. You're pretty safe for this part of the game because a lot of these battles are scripted and they won't do a lot to you. You'll see what we mean. We'll introduce the battle system in a bit. Right after we talk to the kid from the ring.
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
But what if I want to?
My man! My man!
What the?
I feel like we're gonna just throw a lot of obscure movie references.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, what the hell are these people talking about? And the people who get the obscure movie references, you guys automatically get a cookie from us.
Yeah. I feel like after we get a whole bunch of, if we get any subscribers and if we get a lot of comments, we'll post some of the top comments up towards the end. Give you guys a shout out.
Hell yeah.
We called it sin.
Sin.
Sin?
Short for sensational.
So, one of the main antagonists' name is Sin, who is in that big sphere of water, as you've seen. Currently destroying everything.
Have no sphere.
You're good with the puns.
Get over it.
No sphere. We're here.
We're here, we're sphere. Get over it. Bitch slap me.
These guys are really easy. Just like the beginning enemies. They're one-hit kills.
I hate this sword.
You
It
know
looks
what?
So stupid. Look at it.
Why do you know, how does it look stupid? It's curved, it's red and silver.
Okay, it looks
It
like
has like a hook thing going on, but it's still a sword.
it looks like it's drooping down. I don't know.
You're drooping down.
Other divers, do you think it looks stupid? Like, I
Do you like his sword? Let us know so we can settle this. I like the I like the color mostly.
I like the color, but I don't like the sword shape. It looks stupid.
These ones don't matter.
So we kill this
Okay,
guy.
fighting system.
I keep on doing that.
Alright, it's a turn-based fighting system. You could see the turns in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. See, it shows that Auron's going now, and the purple arrows above Auron's head. And then Monster B, if you go and switch over to which enemy you're going to attack, it'll let you know what monster you're attacking. In this case, we have monsters C and B. And after this next Monster B goes, then it's Tidus's turn. So it's really convenient. Like, if you end up using haste on someone, you could see how it will affect how many moves there are. It lets you strategize a lot.
If you point your directional to the right, you can change your weapon, your armor, and can escape from battle. But you don't have to worry about this until later in the game. The only times you ever want to change your weapon is if you have like a sword that does ice damage, and if you're fighting a lot of ice enemies, you're gonna heal them.
Yeah.
Which is not good. So
So
you
that's
might
the
want to
only
change
time
it.
you'd want to change it. And so yeah, right now we just have attack and item. The first one obviously lets you attack with your weapon, and the second one is using an item you have in your inventory, like a potion that'll heal you, or a Phoenix Down that will revive a fallen party member. And you'll get more as the game goes on, and you get more abilities. So for now, let's just attack shit.
We got this.
Yeah.
So pretty much this stuff is easy. Overkills give you bonuses at the end of the battle. So what overkills are is obviously you deal more damage to a creature than what you're supposed to when it dies.
Yeah, like basically if they have 2 HP left and you hit them with an attack that's 2,000, that's kind of overkill. So you'll get an overkill for that.
Yeah, you get more, like, I don't know if it's experience or items, but you do get more, like, you get a bonus if you do overkills, which is really awesome. You want that.
Plus it makes you feel better about yourself, you
It's
know?
like, I overkilled them.
Yeah. I'm just so good. I like that you get trophy support now. So I think it's cool. They added trophies to one of our favorite games.
Alright, so this boss is really easy. He has an attack called Demi, which only takes like a quarter of your health each time to attack. Right? Yeah, it doesn't kill you, so it's like it'll never kill you. Alright, so this is overdrives, which are limit breaks that each character has. Each character has their own unique overdrive. So we're on Auron, right?
Yep, and there is a red bar underneath. That is your overdrive gauge. It gets filled up by you getting attacked. So when it gets all red, that means you go and you use your directional pad and go to the left. For each overdrive, you have to do something different. I know Auron's is pressing a bunch of different buttons in
So
succession.
right now. So this is his.
Dragon Fang.
Oh my god.
Some overdrives do damage to all the enemies, some just do it to one enemy. Everyone's different, and they're all pretty cool. You can get different overdrives as the game progresses, and you can also change the way in which your overdrive gauge gets filled. Default, it gets filled up by you getting attacked, so the more you take damage, the more your overdrive gauge fills up. Alright, yeah, Tidus's is cool.
It gets harder with his more advanced ones.
Yeah, but you'll learn them later. I don't like Lulu's. I'm not good at Lulu's.
I'm terrible at Lulu.
I think everyone is, maybe. So, like you said, passive-aggressive tentacle. It'll give you the cold shoulder, but it won't actually do anything about it, so just let it chip away at your health.
You know, that's a very, very good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Thinking about that now.
So don't use your potions up. It won't ever kill you, just chip away at you. So even if your health turns yellow, don't freak out.
Alright, so I think one more hit will do this guy in.
Alright.
Alright, cool. Let's go on.
Bye, tentacle thing.
Of course they have tentacle monsters, it's just a Japanese game.
Yeah, like if I pay attention to it now, there's just so many tentacles. It's like, hey, you know what would make this boss better? Tentacles.
Hey, that character, tentacles attacking her. It's scantily clad female.
You know,
with sad tentacles.
Yeah, I mean, she's human, but let's make her hair look like tentacles. Alright, save sphere. That's what these are. You could save, obviously, and it also heals your whole party.
So later in the game, when you're grinding, it's very easy. Like, it makes grinding easier because you can just literally stay right next to the save sphere.
And you don't have to use your potions.
Unless you're dying in battle.
Yeah.
You want to use that.
I've never actually had any trouble saving up money in this game because of just the sheer amount of how much I grind to level up. So
What are you laughing at, old man?
get a lot of money.
Auron, let's get out of here.
We're expected.
Huh? Give me a break, man.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
You got
It's
this.
pretty nimble for an old guy. Alright, this part, there's still one-hit kills and all that, but this time they're never ending until you, well, what you like about this game, right, is that they let you...
Oh yeah.
Correct.
Well, one of my favorite things about this game is in the middle of battles. Like, this is a scripted battle, but there's some boss battles that are scripted later in the game that you don't just attack the creatures. You attack other things that are in the environment. So, like, when we kill enough of these guys, we're gonna attack the tanker that's on the right, which is really awesome, in my opinion, because
Yeah, I like
right
it.
now if you attack the tanker, it makes the story progress.
Mm-hmm.
But later on, it doesn't make the story progress for
Yeah,
later
it
battles.
could either help you with a boss fight or it could make it harder. It's pretty cool they added that in there. Or if there's like a chest
Yeah, there's
on
like
the
mimics.
battlefield, yeah.
So we just start attacking it because obviously if we keep on killing the small fry, then,
They're just gonna keep coming.
yeah, we don't want that.
No bueno.
We got this.
Could I have your autograph? I'm just gonna shoot you with my spines until you autograph me.
Take one more.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bam. Orange twice. I'm gonna wreck it.
Whoa!
I don't buy that he jumped out of the way in time. But okay, whatever. Burning them bridges.
Orange really good at doing that.
Yeah. See, his hands in his, just hanging there. He just likes to have it chilling.
It's like someone cut off his arm.
It
Which
does.
would make him look cooler. Honestly, if he had his
Yeah.
arm cut off, what do you think?
But he would also have to be insanely powerful to wield that thing and, like, slash only with one arm.
I'm pretty much sure that anyway, technically.
Auron!
Take me away! This is so cool to me. I love it. You know, even though technically it looks like they're getting absorbed into, like, what? The anus? It's, like, at the
Of
bottom. Yes! Right? It's at the bottom.
Yes.
Very good hair
This
technology.
is it.
This is your story.
He's the only main character in this story, so like, there's no one else allowed to be. in this
Actually, I'm gonna go. So, like, float up here. And I'm gonna be...
story. Goodbye.
I also think his screams are very whiny. Otherwise, I like the his voice.
Well, what you wanted it to be?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't simulate fear.
Well, he can't help it if his voice is so manly and deep, but he is scared. It's all in the eyes. See, that looks like a J, kind of right there. Some people think it's a Y. I've heard it's a J.
Oh look, we're gonna go down.
Call Mythbusters and.
We're going down, guys. In what way up? We have to go down on him.
Gotta dive.
Diva.
Oh, there's
I've
that
thought about a
piece
lot
in
of
Kingdom
things.
Hearts. It's called Deep Dive.
Like
Really?
Yeah.
where I
Oh.
was,
Yeah.
what I got myself into. I started to feel
Me as a child.
lightheaded, and then sleepy.
I actually understand that. When I think too much, I feel
I
lightheaded and
think
sleepy.
I had a dream.
I don't know about
Dream
that.
Of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone, beside me. So I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
Well, whenever I think a lot, I smell bacon.
Really?
No,
Oh.
not really.
Might as well just tell me that gullible's not in the dictionary. I'm a
Let's
very
write it
gullible
on the
person.
ceiling for you.
Wait, is it on straight now? Alright.
Alright. Fun fact, this bird doesn't show up again ever.
See?
See?
Remember
Learned
this
something
guy.
new.
Watch, we come back and it's there.
Yeah.
If we do come back
5
to this,
episodes later.
if it's here, we're just gonna make an annotation. Be like,
Yeah.
never mind.
Alright, so what happened to Titus? What's he doing? Why is he here? Find out more next time
In our next episode,
of Final Fantasy X. Let's
HD.
play.
Why are we so
Alright.
awkward saying goodbye? Okay,
Alright.
just tune in next
Dungeon
next
Divers.
time. Tune in
Dungeon
next time.
Divers out.
Bye.
Bye.